Nice.
What? Oh.
He almost got a crit.
Damn.
Yeah, he rolled a 19.
Damn, that's like the highest DC, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, you were
the
very
highest you could
aware.
have possibly rolled.
Yeah. You are extremely aware of the fact that this guy, while not appearing to be much, is he's definitely some kind of at least former caster. He may have fallen from grace a little bit, but he's done some spell slinging in his day.
You said, Maticus, you said that if you battle, you can choose whether or not you kill somebody.
That's correct.
Yes.
After their HP drops to 0.
After it goes to 0, yes, you may.
I don't know if I want to do that, though.
Is that
Probably
Low
not.
profile.
Not in
can't
middle
go
of
off guard.
daylight.
And you will go to jail in this game, and
And then you won't be a part of it anymore because I'm not gonna get you out.
we
Because
have people
fuck
that
you,
are
said Maticus.
specialists for that. But remember that your character knows that his objective here is to get information, not necessarily to absolutely solve the problem immediately. So we're just looking for leads right now, basically, so that we can pursue.
Oh, can I do this? Does that pull you guys' vision?
What are you doing right now? Do I zoom in?
Okay, anyway, no, never mind. Don't worry about it. Alright, stay where you are and tell me what you're doing.
Okay, so I did that Arcana check, whatever, and I can tell that guy is, or at least was, magical. So I say to him, I may be a demon with these epic horns that are like curled back or whatever, but I can tell that you were magical at one point, so I would like to see if you have magical wares here then.
Now, Maticus said something out of character here about how he can apply that role to something else, like an intimidate.
To an intimidation?
Knowing what he
Yeah.
knows, it would probably... okay, intimidation is bad, because if you do bad in an intimidation check, you'll make him hostile to you.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
my
if you
intimidation is
applied...
really bad.
Yes, but listen, if you applied what you know about how he used to be a spell slinger, you know, he's seen some shit, right, is what you found out with your... So, he's experienced in some sort in the past, right? If you apply that knowledge to your type of diplomacy, the DM may provide you with bonuses to that diplomacy check, just because you're understanding of his background.
I'm pretty sure I have something... Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. Is that what I just did was my suggestion ability, even though it's like... I don't know if I'm supposed to only use it in battle. But it's... My triggers, whenever I make a diplomacy check, I'm making Arcana check instead.
Ooh.
Like...
Well, damn. That would be
should've done that.
what you just
You did not.
then.
Yeah.
You can do it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can
you
do it
can do
again.
it now.
You're not in a combat, so yeah, you're free to
But
do
that
it.
would have definitely had been
Well, in
the shit, because
hindsight,
he
you
would have
rolled
been
a
your
30,
buddy.
Yeah, but you could still roll a 30 again for all we fucking know.
Yeah,
There's-
I mean, you could
just
roll a
rolling
20
the
this time.
dice.
You could also roll a 1.
There's... Like, it's worth it to try to do that? Then?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Most
Do that.
For a
definitely.
diplomacy check, most definitely.
What exactly does diplomacy check do?
It allows you to become more friendly,
So-
more persuasive to
Yeah.
the
Good terms.
target to
So
allow to
that's
get
gonna
more
happen.
information.
But as of right now, you've said something about like, oh, I can tell you used to be magical.
Yeah,
This is what he does.
sorry, I just cut
He
out
goes-
for a second there.
Boy, do you think that not everyone on this street knows exactly what I used to do? And he kind of gives you this look, and he's like, I said, on your way, sir. And his accent also changed.
Because you're bad.
That'll
Moderately.
happen.
Cause I forget things. Boop, boop, boop.
You
Yeah.
just got
Hey,
mad.
go ahead and do your diplomacy.
In my mind, I'm going to remember that he said that everybody used to know what he did there. I need to remember that. That's going to be something to hang on to. I'm
Write
going
it
to forget that
down
eventually.
on a piece of paper that you should
Nope.
have next to you.
Pad!
Windows
Guy
are
is
typed
known
notepad.
for shit. Okay, so doing the diplomacy check, turning it into Arcana check. Another 20 plus 11 then?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, 11, 13.
Drum roll. 24.
All right.
Good. That's only
So
6 away
24
from
is
the
gonna very likely kind of sway him a little bit, but I want to know how you say that. How you feel like you put a 24 in diplomacy.
Now, this is something that happens a lot in D&D, and I wanted to let you know because you're new to it, is that the Dungeon Master will request you to roleplay it, and if he feels like you've roleplayed it properly, then he'll
Oh
give it to
shit.
you. But it's not like a test. It's like you just have
Yeah.
to be convincing in your roleplay. Like, you can't
Yeah.
just be,
And I'm not gonna be
you
a
can't be
dick.
like, yo, dog, I heard,
Yeah.
you know, you have to, he
Yeah.
has to feel like you're being your character and that it would actually come from your character. And be
So you have a decent role, so be diplomatic in a sense that represents that 24 in your role.
Yeah.
So
So I'm
Let me-
trying to get this guy to like me though, and not.
Right.
let me
Someone's
let me
trying to
kind
be
of step
friends.
in here because you've done an Arcana roll. So there's an arcane thing that you know, and we'll just give you this. In circles of wizards and warlocks and things like that around Autraclade, there are generally like almost secret handshakes for like denoting, hey, I know X about Y, right? So there, you know that. All right.
That's
Go for it.
because magic in Austraclade was invented by black people.
Whoa.
And so I do know some of these handshakes then or whatever.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I mean, the ones specifically for circles that you roll in.
Yeah, again, it's not a test. You can make it up for
Yeah.
yourself, but it
You-
just has
yeah,
to
you can-
sound good. And the way, I don't want to give you too much, but like the way that you might want to think about it
Oh, what
is
the
in
heck?
terms of you did an Arcana check first, which let you know that this guy was magical.
Yeah.
So your character knows that he might know one of them.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I look at this guy after doing that diplomacy thing or whatever. I look at him straight now and I'm like, I know that you really would not do anything to me since it is broad daylight, and I'm telling you right now, all I want is to look at your wares. That's all I want to do. I don't want anything else, dude. And then I hold out my hand and I do some fancy movements and I see if he follows.
All right. He reciprocates with the standard like it's like the Wizarding Year 1 handshake, and he doesn't seem super impressed by that, but he's like, all right. Wait, hold on. Let me remember what the voice was.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. It's like piratey, old.
Yeah, it was kind of piratey.
Like an
It was
old
actually,
English
it was
pirate.
actually the Cockney gentleman from the Cockney geezer from
Yeah.
the Cockney geezer. There he is. All right, listen, boy. I'm gonna give you. No. This is what he says. He says, all right, son, listen. You're ruining me reputation on the streets here. You don't understand. Me wares is covered because the fuzz can't know about them. And yes, he says fuzz, get over it. And he says, give me but a moment to close up shop, which is kind of ironic, but anyways, give me but a moment to close up shop, and I'll meet you in that alley over there, and we'll talk, alright?
Alright, that sounds good. Unless you would prefer to do this at nighttime where it would be harder for the guard to see us. That's your choice.
And he says, boy, I'm an old wizard. Me night times are filled with whores and booze. Be on your way. And he kind of shoos you off. There you go.
Alright.
So that's what happened. So you go to the alleyway that he pointed to, and a few minutes later, he kind of walks up with a limp. And it's now that you notice that he's wearing what would almost appear to be wizard robes. And you know, as a wizard, that like there are colors of robes that denote like your ranking or magic or like your type of
Alright.
magic that you tend
Yeah.
to specialize in. And his are just like a hodgepodge of different robes, which has no real significance to you right now, but you do. It's of note, and you notice it. And so he walks into the alleyway and he says, "All right, boy, what are you looking for? A love potion? Some little tart's got you hot by the strings, does she?"
None of that. I'm looking for information, and you seem like the kind of person who would have it. You said you were known for stuff, and you had a really high reputation that I was ruining. What kind of a reputation was that?
Boy, if you don't know it, I'm not gonna share. This isn't show and tell. You want something, ask for it. But I'm not gonna give you my life story. I'm writing the book it's due in the spring.
Oh, damn it. Alright. So, alright, you're not gonna tell me everything then. Do you know anything about any sort of dark arts that are going on right now? That's the only question I need to know. Or if do you have any leads? You will be rewarded should you have a legitimate lead.
Alright, he rolls his eyes and he kind of chuckles to himself. And he's like, "You're one of them boys? One of the ones that old Highthorns hired to fix the world? Listen, son, bad things happen, and they've gotten worse because the gods got lazy off of wine and whores. It's not the end of the world. Don't worry your head over it. But if you're looking to show yourselves as great individuals in front of the Lord Highthorn, then I've got a little bit of information. Perhaps you might be interested."
I would be, and as I said, if it is legitimate information, there will be a reward.
He kind of shakes his head. No, son. You misunderstand. You know wizards. In our circles, the payment is first, and the knowledge is later. And he holds out his hand.
Fuck, I don't know if I actually have anything, do I?
You have a shit ton of money.
Do I? Where the fuck do I see that at?
It should be on your page 2. Page 2 is your inventory.
Oh, okay. How much did, Blue, was it Blue?
You
That
got an
money?
additional 35, so the GP that you have there
Blue
plus
got
an additional
550,
35.
555.
I'm trying to remember. No, like, Blue got 160, and that was a shit ton, correct?
Yeah, it's because
I mean, it's a hefty amount. So here's how it works. 1,000 GP equals, or is it 100? Is it 100? Yeah, 100 GP equals a platinum. A platinum is like the equivalent of $1,000. So 100 gold is like $100, and
10 gold.
so on and so forth.
Or
I mean,
is
a
it?
fuck.
1,000 GP is one platinum.
Yeah. God, there we go. 1,000 GP
So
is
you
one
have like
platinum.
500 and you have like $520.
Like 550.
Yeah,
But
555.
in this world where,
Okay,
you know, the
wait a minute.
lowest of low
Yeah,
barely
this guy
ever
is pretty
gets
poor
a
off,
silver
too.
piece.
So
The upper class people pay maybe one gold piece at most for an entire meal.
yeah.
And
You're
room
talking
and
about
board.
gold. A gold piece would buy you like the feast that you got at Maticus's place,
Yeah.
and one of the standard rooms. 5 gold would probably get you like a winch who follows you and one of the suites upstairs.
you're keeping track of the money that's given, right? Like the money that Blue got from me when.
Yeah, it's all in the character sheets. Yeah, he's got 555.
Do I? Maybe that hasn't
You've
updated it for me
you've got
then.
something like that.
520.
Oh, you
Well, he
are-
split up the 140 that he got amongst the 4 of you that were there.
Alright.
Not only that, but you're a wizard with fancy clothes.
Yeah. Well, and you've all done a moderate amount of like your own adventuring and making your way in the world, even though
Yeah, we
like
started
some
at
of you
level
are
4 and
fairly
3
new.
respectively. So.
Yeah. So, all right.
Alright, so I will offer
Something-
this guy. Aw. 50 GP for this information.
Damn!
God Almighty. So, do you hold out like 50? I mean, how are you offering it to him?
Oh, right.
That's important. The way that you do things is important.
Hmm. I will hold out. Actually, I'm gonna do this differently. I will offer. Okay, now I'm actually talking to this guy right now. I will offer you 20 GP right now for this information, and should it prove to be legitimate, I will remember you and pay you an extra 30 later on after I'm done with whatever information you give me. After I'm done speaking out.
He quirks an eyebrow, and you see him like choke back, just flabbergastedness. He says, "Right, the boy's in the boy's in there, is he? All right, give me the 20." And he kind of motions his hand like this to you, to put it in his hand.
And I do.
All right. He tucks it away, like a gold piece in a pocket, and a gold piece in a pocket over here, and a gold piece down here, and a gold piece over here, and he says, "All right, come here, boy." And he gets up close in your ear, and he kind of whispers, and he says, "There's been rumors that some kind of deaf cultists, or what have you, been using the woods right up the road here as a bit of a base, as it were. And they's been warring with some local goblin folk. Now, if that's worth it to you, then you can bring me back more gold. I'll be sleeping and drinking on just these 20 for a couple days." And he kind of chuckles and waddles off, not back towards his tent, mind you, but off into the alleyway, and he's pretty much done.
Well, that went well. He won't be seeing that other 30 GP anytime soon if that was legitimate. Alright.
Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed Scruffy.
Right, let's make sure nobody metas that. Only Auntie knows that information.
Dude's getting multiple bitches per night on 20 gold pieces,
Are we ready
dude.
to meanwhile jump to Maticus and Rogar?
Yes. Meanwhile...
Was that like super bad?
Well, let's...
No, you're...
That was good.
Should we,
You gave him a lot of gold.
in case...
You're learning, and you did a lot better than you did the first or yesterday, so
Yeah.
I liked it.
As with this tavern, I just want to give Blue an opportunity, because I know I would, in terms of roleplay, I'd just go into the tavern, have a drink, and stand around until the commotion starts with Maticus and Rogar. But just maybe you want to give an opportunity to Blue to do anything if he wants to do anything.
Sure. Blue? Got anything to do?
No, I'm totally fine with walking in and grabbing a drink and kind of observing our surroundings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you the only one who can edit the stuff on the mentoring page, by the way, Royal?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gave him 20 though, but I got you. You're
Yeah,
under
he's
control.
marking
No
it down,
worries.
and then
Okay.
he'll upload it before next Monday.
Actually, I'm just doing it. I'm doing it on
Live,
the
okay.
thing right now. Yeah, live.
So yeah, we're ready for the
Alright.
Maticus Rogar situation.
Am I gonna be needed for a bit? Can I go grab some food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks.
Technically, this is happening while you're doing your shit.
Right. Alright, be right
All
back.
right, Maticus and Rogar.
Okay, so Rogar and I were strolling up the streets, and where was exactly on the map was the inn again, or the
Right here.
Okay, right there. So is this like a town square or something? Like, where's a public place in the slum area, or like near the slum area?
Yeah, those two circles there actually represent a pretty decent courtyard, but yeah, this one over here is the like legitimate like courtyard.
That's the legit one right here.
This is actually
So
the
like
main
people are
road.
like running,
Yeah.
going back and forth
Well, see,
through here.
this over here, this right here is the gatehouse, and the
Okay,
gate
yeah.
to the town is
So
actually
then
right
people
here,
will walk
they- Yeah, there is a small wall here, by the way, but I didn't draw it. But I
Okay, that's fine. All right, so as G-Hawk and I are coming down here, then we'll be making our way to the big square, and you got the body in your arms, right?
Body. Yeah. On my shoulder.
All right, so we'll stop in like the middle of the square, and I'm gonna look around real quick. Are there many eyes on us?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a golden dragonborn, which is already something that a lot of people don't see, and then like Maticus Freeborn is a sight for anyone to behold. So
Especially in the slums. What is he doing here?
yeah, they're like, what in the fuck is this guy doing? But they don't say
Okay,
fuck because they're
so I say, good citizens of Points Watch.
okay.
By now, all of us know the undertaking that I and my fellow comrade have accepted. We will root out this evil that plagues our town, our city, our lands, and we will make it right. Mark my words, evildoers. We will find you no matter where you may hide.
At this
I like
time, the body was covered in a mantle kind of deal. So I throw the body in front of me, and I still hold the mantle. So it's a naked body, just falls down, and I do like a roar dragon kind of deal.
Well, no, it's not naked. I clothed it. I
thought it was just on a mantle thing.
No, I
No,
clothed it.
It
I
says
didn't-
I have blue. It says I have blue, but I have gray eyes.
No, I'm just saying, I wasn't about to just dump a naked body out in the street.
Damn.
That's
Why not?
remember when I said I clothed it?
I think
I thought, okay, fine.
No.
I just
Okay.
dropped the body then.
So with he rolls it out. Do you roll it out or you just drop it?
Just throw it, like, because I'm strong.
All right. And I say, you see here this assassin who's plotted with evildoers throughout our region. She is no more. Witness with your own eyes. And I'm screaming this I'm yelling this and projecting my voice. Is are a lot of people, like paying
Oh
attention?
yeah, people are. Some people have started to like freak the fuck out. Like some people are straight up wigging out, and
They're wigging out? Okay, I didn't want that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm like,
well, I mean, some of them are. Others are not so much wigging out. They're just like staring and like.
fear not,
freaking
good
out.
doers. You have nothing to fear, for only the evil shall be punished. We will right the wrongs.
And
I
a
do
kid.
Perception.
Okay.
That-
While you're doing it, like one of the young like street rats that's kind of running around anyways.
I have passive perception of 17, by the way.
Yeah, kind of hollers at you and goes, "Silly Lord, don't you?" Wait, what the fuck is he a kid for?
Also,
I don't know,
passive
he's-
insight by 17.
He's a whatever. Anyways, he goes, "Silly Lord, don't you know? To the rich, every poor is evil." And the crowd kind of laughs a little bit. They're not particularly like amused, but it's like a nervous laughter. They're not really sure how to process what's going on.
And I sort of chuckle and smile at the boy and say, the good people of Points Watch have nothing to fear of me.
All right, and the same kid kind of chides you, and he goes, "Then what do we have to gain from you, my lord?"
I look at my friend Rogar here, and I kind of shake my head a little bit. He's like, and I say, "You'll understand one day, little boy."
And the kid goes, "He's just not getting it, is he?" And he pats his pocket, and he goes, "My lord, what have we to gain from you?"
I throw him I throw him 5 silver coins.
Okay. Now the young lad cheers and hollers your name and says, "Oh, hail Sir Maticus, savior of the poor." And it's a little like kind of non-serious, but you've obviously garnered his favor, at least a little bit. But
Yeah.
he's still gonna rib you over it.
And I kind of chuckle and kind of like elbow Rogar, heartedly and give a good chuckle.
All right, very good. Rogar is gonna roll a perception check.
Yeah.
So you can do that now.
Check.
12 plus 4. Alright. You notice several people kind of in the crowd. You notice the people who are kind of, not necessarily running away, but they're backing away. You also notice a couple people who kind of seem to be like averting their eyes. It just seems like they don't know how to process what's going on, and so they're just trying to like look away and not draw attention to themselves. You don't notice anyone really sticking out or anything.
Like running away kind of deal?
So they're not like running away, they're like...
Did he DC?
Did he DC?
I think he did.
Damn it!
Maybe his raid call's messed up. He's still showing up on the webcam.
We are crippled.
Yeah, it takes a second. There he goes.
He's coming back.
RC crashed. And has to update.
Yeah,
Low.
it's the same with mine. It was a short
I think
DM
we should go
down, DM
update
down.
everybody, no? Before it happens to us.
I don't think it's a big deal. It was just a
I'll
tiny
wait till a
update.
break.
What could go wrong?
It was a super tiny update. It was literally like a couple.
Hey,
Right, well, he's doing it.
Gabler, do you see my personal chat in RC?
Alright, there we go.
No.
God almighty.
I do not.
What's up?
The fuck?
Because you need to update, bro.
Probably.
Alright, so I'm back. The people who you see that are backing off are like more afraid of
Alright, and then can I do a perception as well?
getting away or anything.
For that time that
I
I've
would
been
like to
doing that shit.
interrupt here and say something from the crowd.
Sure.
I kind of nudge before I do this. I nudge Hastos and I'm like, keep your eye out after this one. And I speak up and I say, my lords, we don't require your service around here. These slums don't need highborn. You can take yourselves back up to your fancy homes and your high-paid drinks and lavish women.
Somebody in the crowd goes, "You idiot! His name's Freeborn."
Is that not what I said?
No, you said Highborn.
Well, I was talking about highborn as.
I know, I know, but these are common.
Watch your mouth, old wench.
And as
Oh
I
God!
hear
How did
that,
I become an old wench?
I hear that, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
And I'll say, and you go back to your wenches, you drunk.
I would like.
You're talking
And
to
at that
Dom
point,
character,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And at that point, you know, I need to do my perception for that.
Yeah,
Well, damn.
please. Yeah, go ahead. 18. About the same thing as G-Hog. You do notice a couple... You notice a couple suspicious children. Like, it seems like a group of like 3 or 4, maybe 5 children that are in the vicinity of where Gabler hollers
Can you just
from,
like
and
put like a mark on the map? Because we're like right. Me and G-Hawk, or sorry, me and Rogar, we're like right here.
hold on,
in the
I'm
middle.
not there. I'm not on that map. I was trying to build another map
Oh.
for you. Go for it. Ping where you are.
So
You
we're
are
like
there.
right here.
Yeah.
And then where would Talon be?
And so Talon, I believe, is coming from this direction, but he's more like right here.
So he's like in here.
Yeah. And the kids are kind of over this way.
Okay.
they're- Yeah.
So I'll definitely keep an eye on them, and I'll kind of like nudge Rogar, and be like, kind of like nod over in that direction over here.
Yeah. They seem to kind of be astutely watching you guys, and as soon as you nod in their direction, 2 of them kind of split off and go in this direction down, like they walk around back through here and go down the alley. I love you, booger.
All right.
All right, so
So
Hey,
2 of them
it-
split off and go that way, and the other
yeah.
2 just kind of look around.
right now, has there been like a bunch of commoners like real close to me and myself and Rogar, or have they
I mean,
been
as
kind of like?
close as they're willing to get to 2 guys who just dropped a dead body. in
Okay,
the street.
so what I'm saying is no one's been like super close to me besides.
No,
Rogar.
nobody's got within like
Okay.
what would be called a melee range of you. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna check my gold pouch real quick, make sure it's still there.
And there's an uproar of laughter from the crowd. I assume that you're not like stealthy about it. They
Because of my
notice it.
passive
And they laugh.
perception, was I able to notice those two people walking away as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You also notice that one of them, at least, is certainly not a child. He has a beard.
So I would kind of like point him out to Blue and maybe have Blue kind of investigate that guy.
Yeah, I do a
And I'm gonna stay.
perception check and follow him if possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah,
in
he's-
the
he's
square
one of the
to
ones
see
that
if
takes
anybody
off.
else also kind of shows face.
Yeah, he's one of the ones that takes off. So what I'll need you to do is make a stealth check to follow.
Cool.
You gonna have this no problem. I believe in a thing called Blue.
By the way, I think I'm my plan when I nudged to Rogar was to go after these kids, so I don't
Okay.
want them running off while you're taking care of the other stuff.
So
Just so
the
you know.
one with the beard is over here with
Yeah,
another one.
just know that
Um,
I have intentions of.
You're wanting to
following.
follow the two that splintered
you
off,
gotta-
or
Yes.
you're wanting to?
Well, the original intention of this whole thing was to allow myself
Okay.
and Hastos to kind of find people that we can talk to
pick up on-
get inside.
Yeah, they're the ones that are following. We're just there still.
So,
You draw him out and
Rogar, are you going to stop me
I'm gonna stop you. What?
from following?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like,
Character commitment. That's deep.
yeah.
what are you doing, man?
I hold your hand. I mean
Alright.
your arm.
Oh, thanks, brothers.
I'm like, what are you
Alright.
doing? What are you
You
doing?
keep- alright. And I'm like, alright, never mind. So you go ahead and take care of, sorry, I didn't mean to interfere with, Hastos and Talon.
So
No, you're fine.
what I'm trying to still do in the crowd here is kind of keep amping up possible opposers to this idea of the people like Maticus Freeborn. So I'm going to continue trying to have that side street banter against him to maybe get some eyes gleaning at me while my passive perception runs, and maybe do a perception check
Yeah.
halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So with your passive perception, you're immediately noticing that the other two children are like super intent on you. Like they are looking in your direction pretty much constantly, and they're kind of whispering to each other and pointing at you and things like that. And they don't notice that you're taking any heed of them. So.
all right, so I'm gonna say towards Maticus and Rogar, just go back where you belong. We can take care of ourselves around here. We'd be better if your kind was washed away from the streets anyhow.
Are you...
He's continuing to chide the two of you on Matt.
Okay, so you're saying that loud enough for everyone to hear?
Yeah. The whole. Yeah, I'm trying to make a scene to where people.
And I'm gonna try to chuckle. I was like, "Ah, will do, good friend. Will do, good friend. I'll get back to my business as surely as you'll get back to
And I'll
yours."
say my last line before I do my perception check, and that's gonna be, "Your time's coming, Freeborn."
Oh my. Is that your
Time's
response?
coming
You
for
just go,
everyone. No, our time's coming for everyone.
I'm gonna.
And then,
spit
of
on the
course,
ground
some crazy like doomsayer is like, "You heard it, folks! Marcus Freeborn himself. The end is nigh."
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna do a straight up perception check right now
Yeah. go
for anyone that may have, like, that moment where I said his time is coming.
right.
Anyone that may have not just general crowd that just looks over because they've been watching me, but anyone that may have, like, you know how you can pick up on subtle, facial.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
Okay.
It's a lot of crowd to scan.
What is my shit here? I don't want to roll 17 like I was doing.
It's
Whoa.
+7. +7 is your.
Is it 7?
Yeah.
Where is that? Oh my god, why can't I find that on here? I just want to be able to see it for the future. It's skills,
Page
right?
1 or page 3, skills perception.
God damn, why am I blind? Okay. Yeah.
They're alphabetical.
+7.
Yeah.
1d20 +7.
It's just 1d20 +7. I don't know why you changed it.
Fuck me!
What'd you roll?
Alright.
Did you roll a 1? Yay! I get to
You
use my
did it.
fumble deck! I get to use my fumble deck.
Your fumble deck? What the fuck is a
Yeah. Natural. That doesn't make any sense. Alright. No fumble deck for that one. Usually fumble deck only works with combat. It was punctured foot, you take 1d3 points of damage.
Oh.
Actually, it could work.
You stared at.
You were staring at
you stepped on a
people so
rock.
much that you stepped on like a spike in the road or something. Oh fuck yeah. But no, we won't do it.
Alright, well, with that fail, I'm just
the
going to
fumble
have to
deck.
pursue the lead of these two children. But what I'm going to do is begin to walk back to the tavern, kind of being perceptive of them possibly following me on the way.
Yeah. You notice that one of them is pretty much gone from sight, and the other one seems to kind of be following you, but he's also pretty interested in Hostos, who's like not really stealthy, but he's kind of like you know how in Assassin's Creed, and I hate to use Assassin's Creed, but whatever, it's a fun example. So in Assassin's Creed, how like when he's moving through the crowd, he's like pushing people lightly. Mm-hmm. Like Hostos is kind of doing one of those, and so he's not incredibly enveloped in the crowd, but he's certainly not like making a scene or anything.
All right. So let me figure out what I want to do here. I just go ahead and go back to Matt and Rogar and see what.
Okay, yeah, because we have some stuff that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Gian, I mean, we've done this whole thing and we haven't really been able to speak to each other because we're all like we're both being watched pretty hardcore. So we need to. Oh man, this map is super zoomed in. We need to make our way back to like somewhere private. We're gonna have to find somewhere going back towards like the richer part of town or whatever, somewhere we can talk to each other in private. I don't know, where is that on the way back?
Really, to be honest, like the best place you know of is gonna be the Platinum Gavel.
Well, no, like something I could just whisper in his ear and, you know, like where we're not surrounded by people. Is it in the middle of the day and that's the only place?
A green alleyway.
Yeah, I mean any green alleyway is gonna not necessarily have a lot of hustle and bustle.
Alright, so then we'll head back over, like we'll follow around here and head back to somewhere where, you know, there's not anyone within like a good 10 feet. Try to like get by ourselves and, you know, we'll try to discuss about what each of us saw during that whole deal. And I'm going to say, hey man, did you notice those really sketchy looking children? Like, I mean, 2 of them ran off. I mean, what'd you see?
Yeah, I saw 2 guys walking off too. So I described the guys kind of to Matt and asked if he knows the names. Do you know the name of them?
That guy may be familiar.
History check.
Okay, history check. Let me check my roll real quick.
What guy are we
History
talking about?
is
The bearded
plus
guy?
10, so 1d20 plus 10.
Are we talking about the bearded guy here?
Yeah, the 2 that ran off.
Well, they none of them really noticed the bearded kid. The bearded kid.
So
stayed.
18.
It's a bearded
18.
kid.
Well, it's a bearded short person.
It's a
short
shorter
person.
dude. Looks like a
Yeah.
kid from
Now,
afar,
that's
but has a
who-
beard.
That's who Hastos is following, correct?
Yeah, that's who Hastos is following. They went
Right.
down this way.
Isn't that the guys that I noticed with my perception?
Yeah.
Did you notice the bearded? Yeah, you
Yeah.
did notice the. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You noticed the
You did
kids,
notice
yeah.
The bearded. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you described them the bearded kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Maticus, with your role, it's obviously like a description that would stand out, and you don't know any children with any facial hair, much less a full beard. But you've met like dwarves and halflings and gnomes, so you're pretty like of the mind that this wasn't a kid, it was just a shorter one of the shorter races.
Do I know the general area where I can go to, like, where they hang out? Or is there a specific area where they hang out? Is there...
I mean, they hang
Where he
around, they
lives
hang out
and stuff.
everywhere.
Everywhere? Okay.
I mean, you know, Points Watch is supposed to be this bastion of, like...
Okay, multiculture. Okay.
Yeah, multicultural and exception and stuff
Okay,
like that.
and that's
so
what I wanted. That's what I need to know. Okay, so
your
there's
incredibly
no specific
racist question is just appalling.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, well, Rogar. Yeah, I saw that guy too, but honestly, it could have been anyone. It really could have, and so I guess now we just gotta hope that we held up our end and we don't have too big of a target. I kind of glance around at that, and I'm gonna make an active perception check to see if there's anyone like getting ready to fucking murder myself and Rogar.
Watch out for the ganks.
Yeah, no kidding. I think my perception was +4.
Hold on. I want to help you with that. What do I need to do?
Well, you can just roll your own.
Yeah, you just roll your own.
You just roll your own on this one. Oh, perfect 20. Damn. I did it. I think that's the first one of us.
Of reality itself.
No, there was a nat 20.
I see everything. You can read the code. You're Neo.
Who actually is not real life.
Yeah, it's not real life.
So,
You're in the Matrix.
so did I?
Yeah, you don't notice
Notice-
anybody really trying to follow you or
Okay.
trying to seem
Well-
like they're not trying to seem like they're following you or
Yeah,
anything like
I
that.
got you.
So I see Matic is basically like being so nervous. So I just laugh and like, you're too nervous, man. Come on,
Too uptight. I know. I can't help it. I've been ambushed before, and I swear I'll never be ambushed again.
I like how Rogar's accent is a 20-something-year-old California living Mexican. It's fantastic. There's no like emphasis on.
You
like,
fucking sound the same. What the fuck?
I know.
You don't
but
have
I
the
mean,
Dragonborn talk.
You're like.
That's
you're like,
exactly
man.
how Dragonborn sound.
He's like, hey man.
So, Rogar, what do you think? What do you think we should do now? Should we go back and try to see if we can get in contact with? I mean, we didn't really get a good meeting spot, did we?
Don't fucking. You don't have to do it.
We should.
I love
Oh, that's glorious.
highlight
Listen.
of the day.
This is how you sound like a Dragonborn. Rah rah rah. By the way, I'm a dragon. Rah.
Yeah,
I think we should just go back to the
Platinum
what's the
Gavel.
name? Yeah.
Platinum Gavel.
Okay.
Gavel. And wait for that for Hastros.
All right, now
and
there's
Talon.
something I want to do. I was perceiving that one of the kids was following me, right?
Yeah.
So I want to duck into one of these
Paying special attention to you, yeah.
vertical
Yeah.
alleyways here.
Mhm.
And then before he cuts the corner, I want to do a stealth check and hide.
Uh huh.
Like, kind of up.
Well, he's
against
not really
the
gonna cut the
house.
corner. He's just kind of keeping an eye on you. He's not like really very close behind you at all. You're tall and he's short, so it's easy for him to kind of blend into the crowd and see you over.
All right, well, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to stop and turn and just stare at him.
And he pulls out like a yo-yo. Not a yo-yo, but
yo-yo.
like a stick. Not, obviously not actually a yo-yo. But like a stick.
Check
or
this
so,
out.
Like
I'm walking the dog.
He pulls out like 3 sticks and starts to, because that's what they did back then.
Yeah.
Was the twiddle sticks.
Yeah.
So he starts to like fuck with his sticks, and they keep falling, and he keeps like picking them up, and then he flips it up in the air real high, and like, are you watching him play with the
I'm
stick, or are
watching
you
him play
watching
with it,
him?
and I pull a gold coin out of my purse, and I kind of flick it in the air. Bing, catch it.
Oh wow.
I just keep doing that a
And
couple
You have
times.
a purse?
Yeah.
Everybody has a purse. That's
Yeah.
that's what you carry coins
It's
in.
the
bro.
medieval times, bro.
No,
It's
it's like a
it's
little
a
bag.
it's a man purse.
No, women carry commonly these days. Women carry what's called a pocketbook. A purse is a small pouch that carries coins.
Stop it.
All right.
So I just continue
So
to do
anyways-
that while staring at him.
All right.
And then I drop
When he
it.
flips the stick up really, really high, do you watch the stick or do you watch
No,
him?
I watch
You-
him. I'm not stupid.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just asking.
And then I drop the coin
so-
on the ground and walk into the alleyway.
Okay. So he flips the stick up. It clatters to the ground somewhere because he wasn't gonna fucking catch it. It was coming down really fast, and he could have gotten hurt. He watches the coin hit the ground. He just kind of quirks an eyebrow and makes his way for a shop that's on the edge there, and just seems to be browsing for a while. When you would come back out of the alley, eventually he would not be there anymore.
So he's not gonna go for the whole coin trick.
No, yeah, the coin got picked up. You like from inside the alleyway. You watched some other guy come
Well,
along.
of
and
course,
like, "Ooh,
yeah,
that's a
but
fucking
I
lucky
mean,
day."
he didn't even make any kind of attempt for it. Is what I'm saying.
No, yeah, he seemed completely uninterested, even though it was a fucking gold coin. Yeah, so
Right. That says a lot to me. So
it does.
I'm gonna head back out to the courtyard and try to kind of perceive where those two kids are at, or where Hastos is at, anything like that.
Yeah. Hostos, let's go to you now. You followed the bearded kid down to here. So the following happens. He is you're kind of stealthy, but not really. So he pretty much immediately notices you, and he throws what looks like a smoke pellet down on the ground, but there's no explosion of smoke. He's very like theatrical about how he does it too. And nothing really happens. And he starts to dart off in this direction down an alleyway. What do you do?
Do I perceive that happening?
Yeah, this will we'll rope you in a moment.
Like, as of now, you don't see this happening because we're in an alley.
Exactly. They're on the other side of the road.
Oh, I'm talking about from,
yeah.
from audible.
Yeah.
Like any kind
Yeah,
of
well,
loud.
no, there's no real noise.
running.
Yeah. We'll get to you. Don't worry. We'll get to you. You'll
So
probably
the smoke pellet is a dud. The smoke pellet was a dud, essentially. Like no.
You could
field of
roll
vision
a
loss.
Perception check.
All right, I'll do that then.
Okay. Okay. You notice that the item which was used as though it was a smoke pellet, did in fact break on the ground, and there is now like a thick, viscous liquid kind of spreading across the ground slowly.
I would like to continue to. I like to continue to follow and do an acrobatics check to run up along the walls over the viscous fluid,
Okay,
past
cool.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
fucking
Do the
creature.
acrobatics check for me.
Just kidding.
Creeder. Oh,
That's
Creeder. Oh, okay. Good.
He said Cretan earlier.
Wow. What is with this fucking guy and rolling 24s? Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah, you mount up on the wall like it's your fucking, like it's a road to you, and you just run across it. As he sees you around the corner, he still flicks the little, like, he's got like a little, not a match, but like a match, and onto the fluid, and it kind of erupts in a flame, and people start to shout and things like that. And then he turns and flees farther down the alley. About this time, Talon, you get bumped into by a short, diminutive figure who is running down the alley that you were coming out of, that you had the gold coin at the end of it.
All right. I would perceive that Blue is behind him, right? And that this is the bearded man.
With your passive 17, you would perceive, like, you would notice the beard as soon as you run into him. You wouldn't necessarily notice that Blue was, like, on his heels because he bumps into the back of you and you look down to see him, not necessarily back behind him. But yeah, it wouldn't take you very long to figure out that this is the guy.
Alright, well, I'm gonna slip out a crossbow and shoot at his calf.
Whoa. Hardcore.
Let's go for the midget, dude.
I don't give a fuck. He gonna stop running in a second.
Alright.
Whoa, hardcore. Ain't no kid got a beard, G-Hawk. Stop giving me
He
flack.
bumped to you and fuck it.
I know that it's the guy. He said I would eventually figure it out that it's the guy that's.
Yeah. This is fun.
I can't afford to let him get away. This is important.
Blue, you see the bearded possible child who you were chasing after, who lit a fire behind you, run into a guy who you quickly notice is Talon, and then Talon pulls out a crossbow.
Right, and
Okay.
proceeds to shoot.
Yeah, and then he fires. I just wanted to know if you had anything to say about that, but I guess not.
No, I would continue to try and catch up to him.
Right.
I mean,
'Cause he's gonna fall
unfazed
to
by
the
the
ground in a
crossbow
little bit.
draw, and
This
yeah,
man's an expert. What are you
continue to
talking
pursue.
about?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All
No, that
right,
makes
so
sense.
ranged basic attack is, let's see, hand crossbow. Let's see, blah 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 blah. It's +8 versus armor class, right?
Mhm.
Yes, +8 versus armor class. Not going to kill him. Just aiming to take him down, just to tumble him
Right.
up. All right.
Yeah.
So
You want to wound him, my lord?
23.
Wounded. 23.
It's just a flesh wound.
I just like a boss.
That is gonna hit him. Do your
Damage.
Your damage roll.
My damage roll is going to be 1d6 plus 4 damage. All right. 7.
7. All right.
That fucking thing.
He doesn't
lodges
like
in the
it.
Bone.
He's not a fan,
Yeah, it could have been better.
you know.
Of course.
Yeah, he's done things before, and this is one of the things that he'd rather not do ever again.
You gonna roleplay that, dude? You gonna
I
roleplay that?
rolled
Where you
the
hit
fuck
him?
out of that, dude. I fucking said I'd pull that
You
shit out
shot
like a
him-
boss and shoot it and fucking lodge it in the bone of his calf. So he fucking trips and tumbles to the ground.
Well, he doesn't.
He's-
tumble
he's
to the
like-
ground. He's not happy about it. Yeah.
I
This
mean,
is actually what
3
happens.
of 6 is pretty good.
Yeah, as you do that, he kind of grabs his face and lets out a wail, which I'm not gonna do. Yeah, I will. Ew! Yeah, that's how he sounds. That's my midget voice. And little person voice. Sorry. But anyways,
I'm gonna start running
so he does
towards
that.
him at that moment.
I mean, he bumped into you, like you're beside him.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make sure that he doesn't get away. I'm gonna move towards him to.
Okay. So he kind of grabs his face and wails, falls back, and as he leans back up and starts to scream, and I'll tell you what he screams in a moment, you notice that the beard is gone, and that he sounds much more like a child right now than a man.
Oh shit! Ninja vanish.
And he goes, "Mommy, help me! Some man just shot me!"
Oh shit! All right. Well, this
and
is
people
where
start looking.
This is where I awesome.
And Talon's guards are like
All right,
turning
this
around.
is where
and
I
they're like,
awesome mode this shit right here. I immediately do
Okay.
a thievery check to place my coin purse on his person,
Uh-huh.
so I can claim that he was robbing me.
Okay, go for it. Let's do a thievery check.
Fuck, Blue, we might have to fucking bail.
Also,
Now
I'd
my
also
thievery
like
is
to do,
11. My
a
thievery
check after
is
this.
11.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thievery is 11. Yeah. Ouch. Oh, yeah. You kind of throw your coin purse at his feet. And someone in the assorted crowd goes, "Look, he's tried to pay off that boy he shot."
What? All right, I'm picking up the coins. I'm fucking. I'm ripping the crossbow out of his leg, and I'm stealthing the fuck out of here.
What the fuck? What you're doing is so bad.
What do you want me to do? I'm a rogue. I'm not gonna heal him. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
no,
I'm not about to get caught by the police. Don't judge me.